down for the people because I live for the people.
Welcome back to the show, ThonLexy, your host here with another one. Hit the subscribe button and way into the room. Also, the notification bell to be notified every single time we go live. I'm a few minutes late, but we're here. Let's go ahead and get into it. A few different archetypes to cover on today. We're not going to waste any time. What's up, Edwina, Emperor, DJ Matrix, all regular. Much love. Let's get it. Let's do it. Show your love. You guys know the rules. If we hit that $100 mark, we come back here and we do the same thing tomorrow. All right? Let's get into it. Y'all know how we do. And then he said first, and Edwina's like, nope. 100% already. Hit the like button. Everybody's hit the like button. What's up, Alon? How you doing? What's up? Welcome back to the show. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. Wait until you guys see the feature presentation. Orlando, Florida in the building. What's good? Y'all all right? Fantasy Island girl, what's up? How you doing? OTC Wavy, what's up? How y'all doing? Next Level, Zay, what's going on? Y'all good? Time to do what we do best. Dissect the foolishness. Edwina's representing Las Vegas. We're gonna start the show a little bit interesting. We're gonna move around. Much love, the Geek Surgeon, what's up? Ron's representing Brooklyn, what's up? Oh, Alon, wait and see. You know it's real when we say it's going to be an interesting start. I'm going to navigate around. Seattle in the building. Dallas in the building. We're glad you're here too, Joy. Let's make it happen. Okay. Let's get into it. DMV in the building as well. Spread out. A lot of different regions. Honolulu in the building. We had something interesting that happened on Kendra G's show. She was having a conversation with one of the women on, I think it might have been her recent show or a few shows back, and I missed it. It might have been the Zambrero episode, possibly. But Kendra was having a conversation with a woman who actually was married. They started having a conversation about, just about, you know, single parenthood, the dating and relationship conversations. And since she represents what I call an outlier woman or an exception, something that isn't the rule, she was like spreading a lot of negative propaganda. Of course, Kendra G was seconding it because it's loser lingo. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to dissect it really quick, and then we're going to get on with the show and onto the stuff that matters. Y'all know how we do. So let's go ahead and see what whoever has to say. DJ Matrix Uptown already dropped 10 on the show. Says start the collection plate. I got 2 companies. Let's get it. Then he wants to hear next caller.
I own 2 companies, Kendra.
Next caller.
Okay. Yeah, she had a conversation with a woman who, again, for the life of me, you know women are triggered by this conversation when married women have to come in and put men in their place or try to bring something into the narrative. It's like, ma'am, you're already married. You already are past the finish line. These are a lot of women who are trying to get help. You're not even in the same boat as these women. They don't need you to come and give them fake propaganda. So this annoyed me, so we're going to break this down and then we're going to move on. Let me clear the board.
Mrs., are you married?
Yes.
Scottsdale, Arizona in the building. Little Rock, Arkansas in the building.
I'm trying to bring hope.
NC in the building.
What you
Cincinnati.
Okay, so boom. I'm married. I've been married for 2 years. I have 2 baby fathers, and my husband is not none of my kids' daddy. Okay, so I had picked 2 guys who changed. One turned into an alcoholic. That he was a good guy until then. You know how you were saying something about you picked the wrong guy? It's not always that. So he was a good guy that started turning into an alcoholic. He said he was gonna quit. He never did. I left. The second guy turned into a dope fiend. I had to go. You know what I'm saying? So there's always reasons and changes that happen that make people not.
Stop. Let me stop you right there, ma'am, because there's people who have thought about this a little bit further. A lot of you women out there who say, oh, he flipped up on, he changed on me, he switched up on me, or whatever. That means you missed the signs. But either way, it's on you that that's who you ended up having a child for. I do know that you guys are looking for any reason to evade accountability on this one. But you have to always accept the fact that you are a poor decision maker. And then it happened 2 times, and then it's still on the other guy. You're not a good example to come up here. You're trying to come up here and say, look, ladies, you can be a loser and still win. But that's not going to work, man. Men have already decided what's valuable in the dating market and what is not. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
Compatible with you anymore. It's not always about you picking the wrong person. And just because you have kids is not the end of the world. I have 3 beautiful teenage daughters, and I don't have no issues with men. I don't let them discipline my kids or none of that.
Exactly. And that is one of the biggest issues.
My dog died.
Now, ma'am, if this is working for your personal life, good for you. But this is one of the main reasons why men stay away from step-fatherhood. If you women think that there are men out there looking to pay you their hard-earned income to take care of kids that they did not biologically have, and they can't discipline the kids when it comes time to get them together, you ladies are tripping. You guys need to get back with the fathers of your children then. If that's the only person who you feel comfortable with disciplining the child, you need to get back with the father of your child. Men are not going to accept that deal. I mean, not reasonable ones. And just because you found some guy who accepted it on your level and somebody was foolish enough to do it for you and like, oh, I'm gonna pay for him, but I'm not gonna discipline him. Just because he took that deal, that doesn't mean that that's reasonable for the dating market. This is why we don't let the outlier people speak. That one guy who actually wants a 600-pound woman. The outliers in the conversation. Because what's the point if the majority of everybody else makes a different decision? Should we learn based off of what's happening a little bit of the time or what's happening most of the time? Is the question one should ask themselves. Hit the like button on your way into the room, everybody.
And I don't have no issues. They're good. So I'm just here to tell people there is hope.
Well, I want to say this. I don't think that there's not hope. So if that's what came across, that wasn't the...
And I want to say something quickly also. I hate to pause so much, especially in the beginning. But women always assume that men are trying to kill women's hopes. That's your emotion speaking. You guys have never sat down at the table and tried to have this conversation in a mature way. So that's why you don't even know the intentions of people who have concerns about single mothers. Because you got triggered first before you had a desire to try to learn. Because men have they have good reasons. And I'm one of these people who say single mothers aren't hopeless. You do and say the wrong things to end up not getting a man. It's never usually the kids. It's all you guys, I'm a package deal. You can't discipline them. You got to call their daddy. Men not dealing with that. That's the truth.
That wasn't the motive. But it is a true motive as sitting here. I think kids are blessings. But what we were talking about was we had a man that came on the show earlier, and he was saying that...
I want to address all aspects of this because there's so much delusion you can't help it. Now, Kendra said something that I want to cover. She said that children are blessings. Let's just knock this out of the bud because let's just nip this in the bud because I hear black people say this all the time. Your kids, if you have a child, that child's a blessing to you. To you. Not someone who didn't have the child and now has to pay for the child because he's sleeping with someone. Like, or now he's involved with someone, so now he's paying for someone else's child. That's not a blessing. That's a circumstance. Stop trying to put cool names on the shameful jobs you need or the jobs you view as shameful, because you didn't make the right choices. Yeah.
He had to leave a relationship because the woman wouldn't allow him to be the head of the household, which would have meant disciplining her child. And I said, I understand both point of views. I understand a mother's point of view of saying, no, you can't discipline my child. And I understand a man's point of view if he's ready to become the head of the household, pay all the bills and say, you know what, I can't lead a household if I can't be the leader in all ways. So I'm happy that that's not your situation. You said you had teenage kids. So I don't know, what's your youngest child's age?
14, 15, and 16.
Yes, and I think it's great, and I'm happy that you represent that. But there is the other side to that too. And we were also talking about younger kids than your age of 14. The guy
that still need discipline, right?
So I think that you just have to understand life all comes with consequences, right? So kids are a blessing. I stand on that. But sometimes the kid might just be, nobody gonna love your kids more than you. True. So if you can get it right, I think this goes for both ways. Men too. There's men who have kids with women, and then now they have this hard dynamic. And it's like, well, maybe you should have picked another woman to procreate with. It goes both ways. And I don't think that should be hit with so much like pushback.
But see, when you're older, you can look back in retrospect and be like, oh, well, I should have did this.
What do you mean, Kendra? You don't think it should be met with I mean, I see why you don't think that it should be met with so much pushback. Maybe it's because you're not the gender that ends up having to pay for an illegitimate child. The man in the scenario usually does. I'm pretty sure a lot of you women are like, what's the big deal? I bet, because nobody's expecting you to pay for anything. That's why I always say that women, if you guys always try to act like you're equal to men in so many regards, and now it's spilling over into other things. A woman with 2 children outside of a marriage thinks that she's the same as a guy who's going to eventually pay for a relationship who has 2 kids outside of a marriage. He's coming in with 2 kids fully paid for, who is and is now going to take resources from their mouth to feed your 2 kids. You and your 2 kids, you guys just came needy. Like this. You guys came with your hand out like, I'm looking to be like taken care of. These kids over here are different from these kids over here. It's not the same. One kid came from the provider team. And then the other kids came from we just came here to take shit team. That's the truth. And y'all don't be really wanting to, y'all be trying to always act like there's some gray. It's not. It's just what it is.
Would have did this. We talking about people who's probably still young and making their mistakes, their first child or first children. They're learning still. You can't really hold that against them if you don't know how to work a relationship outside of your baby's father or baby.
Yes, we can. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I wish I could talk to you because I would ask you, well, is there anything that men can be held accountable for, like in their past, that is like deal breaker worthy? I would like to ask women this question when you guys get on this. Everybody makes mistakes. We're all imperfect, kick. Okay, well, cool. Date the felon. Date the guy with a bad rep. Date the guy who has babies all over the community in a very nasty, sloppy way. Because everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. So again, if you women really thought this stuff through, you would realize you don't like a dating market. You wouldn't like a dating market where everyone thought that way. Where people didn't use any level of discernment. You all would hate what society looked like. Everybody would be musty.
baby's mother with the new person that you're trying to build with, it's like it's a different thing for every person. It's not all the same.
And I agree with that. But on the flip side is the great thing is I always say I want this show to be an enlightening moment. And this is why I don't mind having this dialogue with you. I like to give people who have a difference of opinion to come on my show because I don't want to be the only voice. Like if we can have a dialogue and we can enlighten and educate.
I have a respectful dialogue with you, Kendra. If you dare accept the challenge, but you won't because you know what's going to happen. And I won't be rude to you. I won't overtalk you. I'll speak in this tone the whole time. It's not going to go well. I wouldn't invite me. I'm just as a word of advice, Kendra, I wouldn't do it. Like I'm letting you know, I'm saying I want to, but I'm saying you probably shouldn't. Let's get back into it.
And all of that, then we all win. Right. But I do think the best way, so you don't have to worry about if this man should discipline my child or not discipline my child, is you can do a better chance.
Much love, get y'all passports. Appreciate you, brother. Try my best.
I don't think that's a foreign. I don't think that's a foreign thing.
The actual father could be worse than a stranger. When it comes to
that, and that doesn't reflect poorly on the woman. See, this is what I'm talking about. You women act like that if you make a terrible decision on a mating partner, like you choose to literally create a person with another human, and you think that if that person doesn't pan out, that person is to be shamed by themselves. Men don't think this way. When we get with a woman or we have a baby with a woman who we know we shouldn't have, we shame ourselves along with it. You better believe it. Especially if we have a baby with a woman we regret. Trust me, I know. Like, you will be like, it's the same thing. And the truth is, I think you should regret any scenario where it doesn't end in a marriage and like the kid is in the home with you. Because I don't care what you do with a kid. If you're not living with that kid, it's hardly, you're half raising the child. It's not beautiful. There's nothing sweet about it. He did. Hit the like button, guys. Let's get to 50%.
But do you not, okay, I know it worked in your favor, but are you saying that a woman, let's say she doesn't have kids yet, for an advice to give is look at his character. If he has 5 kids, maybe don't procreate with him because he has 5 kids and he's already showing you he's not showing up for those kids. Like, you don't think giving that message out there is worthy?
I agree. I think people should ask the right questions at the beginning and people should stop dating for looks and they should actually do some homework. They should look and see if Down syndrome and all these things that are going around are in the person's family, diabetes, all these issues that they have to deal with. They don't think about it when they, laid up with a cute person. It's like, we might make cute babies. No, you might have somebody who got HIV. You know what I'm saying? You might want to ask the real questions at the beginning besides what you do for a living. That only gets you so far. I think that's what the main problem is. People are not dating with intention to really build something. They're just trying to have fun. And then babies come from the fun. That's it.
Okay. And you're right. But ma'am, right now, let's stop right there. Because you did a lot of blaming on the fathers of your children. You were, well, not blame, but you just assumed that there was a mark that they didn't meet, right? But listen to what you just said. I'm gonna let the audience play it. We're gonna go back and just, because I just want to make sure that I heard this clearly before I go in.
That's what the main problem is. People are not dating with intention to really build something. They're just trying to have fun, and then babies come from the fun. That's it.
Yeah, right. Babies come from the fun. Again, that's where y'all make a mistake. The truth is y'all don't really look at the man good until after the fun stops, until something real happens, like a baby. Then y'all wake up and then y'all like, okay, who am I dealing with? Then all of a sudden you can see all of his flaws so clearly. Because I truly believe black women, I think something underlying, you guys don't really appreciate your men. You don't see us as a win. You see a baby as a win because that equals a lot of support from other people, people in your community here and there, but mainly from the government, even though that's about to come to an end. But they know that there's amenities and incentives that come along with having a child, versus with a man, you have to learn to cooperate and deal with him and be an adult to be able to get the resources from the man. Versus it's very primitive to just ride a pole, get pregnant, and then next thing you know, you're getting paid by some guy. That doesn't take anything. That doesn't take any intellect at all. The Geek Surgeon says Kendra should rename her brand Kendra L Network. We all know the L stand for she gives horrible advice. She does, and she won't stop giving it. And then she keeps saying, "Oh, I'm not a dating coach." But then it's like, but you keep giving dating advice, so people aren't gonna let you off on that. You give out a lot of dating advice. It would be like people who were pulling people over and was like, and had a flashlight and a firearm and everything, and it was like, oh no, I'm not really a police officer though. It's just I do this every now and again, just because I like it. Like, that's not how it works, Kendra. We don't get to just decide like that. People call me a dating coach all the time, and it's because they just know that I'm knowledgeable about dating and relationships. I never started calling myself a dating coach, ever. People will see that you're knowledgeable or you're like starting to approach scholar level on a topic, and the people will do it. People don't care no more about like you know what I mean? I mean, they care, but it's all about the setting. But yeah, you guys are trying to, you looked at the father of your children and you said that like you act like there wasn't a mark that they weren't hit, but you had them in fun. Like, were you thinking about who they were or what kind of men they were, if they had addictions or whatever, or were you just having fun? Come on, let's be real, because you've already admitted it. Were you thinking about you're talking about all this background stuff that has to happen. You didn't do that on the fathers of your kids. That's on you. See how even though he's a really, really bad guy, you still hold some accountability? That's what black men have been trying to say. It's not just about making y'all feel bad, singling y'all out. There's some stuff you guys are actually missing. Keep being triggered and you'll never get that information. We'll just continue to fight back and forth online for decades.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
So now let me pick your brain. So obviously this is a single show. Tell me why you enjoy watching a single show.
Why? It's entertaining as hell. And I get to look. So I be watching Kendra.
That's a great question. And your response is very awkward and telling. I don't think you know why you watch it. I don't think you even thought about it until she said it. Because I'm wondering why you're so vested. I'm wondering if you're happy with this guy who you say he's just, there's hope ladies guy, because that's who he represents. He represents that ladies, all these guys will know what they're talking about because he exists. But from where I'm sitting, you don't look, I don't know, I don't look like I'm looking at a happy woman. You look, and I'm not saying that married people can't watch Kendra G and be entertained. I'm just saying your relationship to the show seems a little bit unhealthy. You feel triggered and compelled to get involved. It's like, what are you triggered about? What are you mad about?
I be locked in. I've been listening to you since you was on the radio, though. I don't even think. Did they replace you with somebody? Anyways.
No, I'm irreplaceable. Me and Zach. So Styles is that.
You are not Beyonce, Kendra G.
You are really gone, for real.
Beyond, like, I get it. I get where you're about to go. They didn't really fire you. You quit. Even though really, like, you still look silly in that situation. What made you think that they were still going to pay you your severance package and you quit before your contract was up? Like, and then you got mad because they didn't consider you for the Breakfast Club. I'll tell you why. You're bad at radio. That's why they didn't want you. You're not good at radio. You're loud. You're unknowledgeable. You went to college, but it seems like you can't read. And you actually can read. You'll never be as bad as Just Hilarious was. You can read, but it's just, you're not a likable personality. I was surprised you made it as far as you made it in radio, and good for you. Congratulations. But stop trying to use Beyonce quotes. You do look silly being at them concerts. I mean, I don't care, but like you're grown. You're pretty grown for them Beyonce concerts. She's like, I'm irreplaceable. It's like, you got to be the oldest member of the Beehive. You have to be the oldest member of the Beehive, literally. You think Beyonce cares about you? She wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't like you. She probably can't stand your ass. You're the media. Don't you realize, Kendra? People who are important in media, they can't stand like people like mainstream figures, artists. They can't stand the media. Everybody who you think is your friend, I promise you, they probably. I'm tell you. They can't stand journalists. That's the last person somebody like Beyonce wants to be anywhere near. She'd muff you out of the way if she saw you. She get. I'm irreplaceable. I'm gonna be laughing about that post show. Like we're gonna end the live. I'm gonna be like, this bitch. Kendra, they replaced you. And I heard it was like the next day. Like, most people didn't even notice you leave radio. You just started doing YouTube full time out of nowhere. None of us even cared when you got fired or when you resigned or whatever. Excuse me, she resigned. And she resigned expecting a severance package. And it's like, Kendra, nobody's going to give you, you're quitting. Like, what are you out? The severance package was contingent on you finishing the job. Kendra was like, how y'all gonna not let me quit? How y'all gonna how y'all gonna not give me my severance package and I'm like bailing on y'all? That's not how it works. That's why I be saying, Kendra, she made it far in business, but she's slow as shit. Everybody knows it. She's slow. She's stupid. Everybody knows it. And maybe not book smart stupid. She finished college, but she's just dumb. And she's childish. She's not growing up. She's like 50. She's a part of the Beehive. She's got to be the oldest member. You're 50.
Okay. Which I don't know, me and Zach, when I quit my job in Chicago
Shit is exhausting.
2 years ago, they have never replaced me on the morning show. They have never got another
I didn't
female.
think so.
So me and Zach said, I'm the definition of irreplaceable.
Kendra, did you ever think that like they just, maybe you guys' show isn't popular, nobody really cares? It isn't like y'all were the Breakfast Club. Only people who cared were people who was in Chicago. Nobody gave a shit. That's the truth. Nobody gave a shit. Like, Zach says I'm the definition of irreplaceable. He's constituency. He's your buddy. You help put money in his pocket. In what interest does he have to speak against you? You're such an idiot. Zach probably want to smash and everything. Like, you guys aren't brothers. Like, this how I know you stupid. Like, you think Zach Boogie's your brother, right? Bet. How about this, Kendra? If Zach Boogie is your brother, since you think I'm such a dick, if Zach Boogie is really your brother, right? Bro. What up, bro? Right? If he's your bro, invite him over tonight at 11 p.m., right? And have on something real, like, kind of skimpy, right? Something that, like, you know, your ass swallows it up, like some gachos or something that, like, you know what you wear. You women know what you do. You put on some shit. Y'all know what's gonna hook a nigga. Anyway, be seductive, bitch, right? And, you know, light some candles and shit, lavender, if you got some. And just kind of lean in, you know what I mean? And then, you know, just jump his bones. See what he do. I bet you he go. I bet you he smashes you. You want to know why? Because he's not your friend. He never was. You guys are business constituencies. You aren't brothers. Y'all black women, y'all be doing that in the black community. Y'all be sleeping with those dudes behind our back. Who the fuck y'all think this is? Y'all, we know that y'all are sleeping with your fake brothers. Y'all black women, y'all can stop this. Them ain't your brothers. Get out of here. Y'all need to stop with that. Zach want to hit it. I can see it in his eyes. He don't like you. You are a means to, without, like, he's trying to get his career popping. You're another way that's going to help him do that. She be having on them damn onesies. I'd be like, what the?
My soul. That's how. Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of the times people waste time and they don't realize what they're getting into. So I agree that, you know, what you were saying is true.
Can I ask you another question? It might be personal.
It's cool.
In your marriage, is your husband the provider?
Yes. And okay. I'm not having it any other way.
Woo!
He don't even want me to work because he
said you said that he doesn't discipline your kids at all? Like he doesn't like.
I can tell by the way you talk. Like you talk as if you like this how, I'm sorry, no offense. I hate to speak on husbands, especially ones I don't know, but I can tell that he doesn't have you in line because you speak about him like he should be so lucky to pay your funky ass 2 baby daddy having bills. Like you weren't a prize when he found you. And see, this is why men shouldn't reward you loser women. Y'all start thinking y'all can have the bravado and the edge of a woman who hasn't made those mistakes. And that's what men have been trying to say. The dating market is not level for single mothers and women who haven't had children. How is that disrespectful when it's facts? How is that dishonest when men are actually moving that way in the dating market? And to ignore that information, ladies, is to put yourself at a disadvantage. Because how can you be obtained by something and you don't know what that thing is looking for, and you don't know what criteria that thing is looking for to obtain you? How can you get the goal accomplished? I think what's interesting in what black men are seeing is we're seeing our women rebel from us while wanting us at the same time and saying, come here. And then when we get there, they're like, you're gonna listen to everything that I say. And because I went through this, I'm not doing this for you and blah, blah, blah. It's this harsh ass treatment. I haven't seen the wedding ring. The way you talk about this dude, you talk about him like he doesn't care about how he's spoken about when you're away from him. That's why I'm already questioning his masculinity. And because of your personality, and because I've seen women like you, I've seen guys get punched because they're with women who are speaking to like, and then the guy gets frustrated and he just punches the guy who the girl is with because you're allowing her to be so, you're allowing her to have life when you need to have her under control so that she doesn't get hurt because she's talking to a man now, right? I know women like you. You'll be like, oh, my nigga right out here, he'll beat your ass. And your nigga be sitting in the car like, hold on, I ain't said shit. What the hell you mean we? You get that we shit. So, I don't know. See, fellas, what happens when you try to be an outlier, man? You really just make a woman who's a loser arrogant and comfortable.
Say he doesn't have any type of direction with your children?
We communicate together about things that's going on, and then we kind of, he'll give advice. He'll preach or he'll like give advice. He's very spiritual, so he'll come with biblical advice for them, or he'll tell them, well, maybe you should think about this. You know what I'm saying? He don't
caught him with his pants down. And I want to say something because somebody should have been said this, and I'm gonna say it because nobody else gonna say it. Shame on the church and all of your arbitrary, self-serving matchmaking. A lot of times, good men will get matched up with women in a church environment because the Lord saw it, or like some fake prophet will be like, oh yeah, I saw it. I had a vision that Sister Johnson and Brother Tyreek that they would get together and hold hands up in arms in the Lord. The next thing you know, you're like dating who they kind of like led you to. The next thing you know, you're dating somebody and you're like your stepfather and kids, and the church knew what nobody gonna pick her had a sucker like you not come along who was so indoctrinated with this belief system that you would believe that they know what's best for you. I know what happened here. I can smell it because I grew up in the evangelistic Pentecostal style church. I know when I smell a pressured marriage, a marriage that was facilitated through the vocal cords of a man who used to be a pimp and started a church. Like some of us aren't playing these games no more. You got set up, brother. Yeah, I need to see a wedding ring. I ain't seen shit. She might not even be married. That's what's sick about this.
Did he have kids already prior?
No, he doesn't have kids.
Oh, well,
that's probably why I'm winning too.
Yeah, you hit the jackpot, girlfriend.
40 with no kids.
He didn't want kids?
Yeah, he wants kids. We're working on it. But see, we've had conversations. We planned it. This is my first opportunity as a grown woman to plan a baby. And it's hard as hell for some reason. When I wasn't trying, they came out like it wasn't nothing. I probably tried to talk to God, but...
Man, she could have her tubes tied already, brother. She could have her tubes tied already, brother. Especially if you're the sucker that I expect you are. Take her to the doctor. Don's playing the meddler. Take her to the doctor, brother. Take her to the doctor. You see what they said? You see Kendra say jackpot? You see how they talk about you, fellas? See how they talk? See how they talk about you when you make a sacrifice? You try to take care. They sitting back and talking about, oh yeah, girl, we licked his ass. We licked his ass good.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, we got us. Yeah, we found us a good one here, girl. You women are so far from self-awareness that it's your fault that you don't know how silly you sound. Like, if y'all would come to the conversation, stop being triggered and just listen, you wouldn't end up in these circumstances where you look this dumb. Like, y'all are giving yourselves away. This is why men don't want to be stepfathers anymore. When a man does it, y'all be like, got a good one. Like, y'all be like, oh girl, ooh, found you one. It's like, if y'all say it like that, then that means it's not supposed to be done. Do you guys know what an implication is? See, because if y'all get a stepdad and it's just like, oh, okay, that's good, and then you just move on, then it's... But see how y'all talk? This is why men are scared. And men are just like, nah, I'm not. And here's the thing about men. We don't have to be there and be a fly on the wall for just if we just imagine that conversation is happening, that's enough for us to be like, nah, like I'm not, nah. Why? Oops, my bad. Guys don't want to be that story. I think y'all underestimate how much guys don't want to end up being that story. That, oh yeah, like, oh shit, yeah, guys, oh, you hit the jackpot. Nah, guys, we know what that means.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story, and I hope that someone watching, if I pulled on a heartstring that you didn't like, use Miss Michelle as an example of how it can work. Listen, I do know that single moms, I think mothers are superheroes, especially Black mothers. You know, they gave birth to the people that run the world, from Black women to Black men. But I will stand by every action has a consequence. So yes, you could drive a car with no shoes on, but it's better to have shoes on when you're driving a car. You know, and I think that's kind of like...
Kendra, what?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm gonna rewind that really quick so y'all don't see that I'm not just picking on this. Like, this is what I be talking about. Just don't give advice.
Of how it can work. Listen, I do know that single moms, I think mothers are superheroes, especially black mothers. You know, they gave birth to the people that run the world, from black women to black men. But I will stand by there. Every action has a consequence. So yes, you could drive a car with no shoes on, but it's better to have shoes on when you're driving a car.
You are really dumb. For real.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I'm pretty sure you made that one up. Basically on the count that it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm not sure if you have some drunk uncle in your family or something that spews out prison wall quotes or whatever, things that nobody understands, but that's got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, I think. Like, I think in my history of reacting to this show, that could be one of the dumbest, like, metaphors or figure of speeches I think I've ever heard. Like, what are you talking about? Who even, like, where did you even get that shit? I'm moving on. What is she? You can have shoes on, but you can walk in socks too. It's like, I swear, Kendra, without that metaphor, swear, I'd have never, that point would have never been driven home. Keep it up. God, you're an idiot. Like, I think out of all the women in this space who are delusional, you're probably the most fun to react to because you're just the gift that keeps on giving. Like, as long as you're around talking, I'm good to go. I got a show. Pretty much every single, it's like you make this shit easy. Now, we got to get through the silly women before we can get to the serious stuff. Let's go ahead and get back into the show.
Okay, I am finna pull over now. I never thought that I would get on here. I know people say that all the time, but weird to say, wow. Okay, cool. I'm pulling over right now. All right. Hiya.
Hey, what's your name?
My artist name is Naya Rain. Go
What's your
stream my
name?
song.
We ain't doing all that promoting, man.
Okay, Janaya.
The all-new Kendra G singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
Hit the like button, everybody. We're almost at
This
100.
ain't making the band. Janaya. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Where you from?
ATL.
That's where you live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
You a Cancer?
Yes.
You got any kids?
No, but I have a beautiful dog. Bella Noches. Say hey,
My
Bella
dog
Noches.
Look, we ain't trying to see Bella Noche.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Bella Noche. Bella Noche. Black folks love to get a dog Spanish name. All right. Janaya, 27. You're in Atlanta. You're a Cancer. No kids. Have you ever been married?
No, I have not.
Okay. What type of man you looking? Man, or what do you look for? Man or woman?
I'm looking for a man.
You looking for a man?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What type of man you looking for?
I'm looking for a man that knows that he wants me and that looks forward to marriage and that got his stuff together and that can just be a partner. Yeah.
What the hell just happened?
Does he have to look?
Whoa, hold on. Wait. She just flicked off the camera. We're in troll alert now. See again. Somebody said they don't like watching because only the mentally ill women usually talk to Zach. That's not true. Women just trip every time they talk to Zach. They're I don't know, maybe because they were expecting to talk to Kendra and they're mad that that's not who they were talking to. That's what I want to believe, but really black women just don't respect black men. Like black men get the worst. Like Zach, when Zach does the show, Zach's more respectful to the guest than Kendra's ever thought about being. And he gets the worst side of black women, proving that like it doesn't really matter the tonality of a man, doesn't matter how he frames and packages what he says. Black women got an issue, whether it's subconscious or in the front part of y'all mind. Y'all have an issue with black men and showing us respect. It's apparent on all these shows. Y'all just don't really want to talk about it because it's uncomfortable to talk about because it's something you have to change. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
A certain way.
Yeah, he can't look like his struggle. He can't look like how he can't act like he has, like how he's been treating people. Like he has to look good, be good, and I don't want no Africans. I'm sorry, but no African. I barely want foreign people. You have to be very Atlanta. I mean, I want somebody in Georgia, to be honest, because I don't like planes anymore. And no, I'm not a stud. I just am like the realest woman you ever met in your life.
What does that got to do with anything?
People think you be studding out there?
Yeah, some people do. Some people think I'm a stud because I'm just like, I'm a very independent young woman and I'm a Marine veteran.
Mm-hmm.
So I just not with the, like, oh, I'm a damsel in distress. Yeah, but bitch, go do something type vibes. Go find something to do. Go to the military. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no sympathy or no empathy for anybody who ain't really try to help themselves out in life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What's the does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes, at least as much as I make.
You want to put that number out there?
I can. So the military, so I would say about almost $4,000 a month.
36,000?
A little bit more.
Okay, so make about 40,000.
No, it's not 40 because it's a little bit more than 40. So it has.
Well, honey, you telling me? Let's say
the man. I feel like if okay now if he's a
put
military,
the number out there, you ain't had to say nothing about what you make. None of that. All you had to say is the number.
Okay, at least 50,000.
Cool.
Because I need me somebody who was actually doing something. Like I spent my 27 years and I put as much time as in the Corps that I could. I need somebody who if you ain't go to in the military or the Marine Corps, I need you to put some time in, like a degree. Like
I can't hear you.
Need somebody with a degree who like start their business or something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who put some work in.
Okay. All right. She wants somebody to put work in. You want that nigga be in the streets.
No,
all right.
I don't want somebody in the streets.
Well, that's street lingo. He's from Chicago. You say put work in. That's somebody's getting something stolen from or somebody's getting deleted. What do you mean? Like, you know what that's like? This is why you women shouldn't talk like men. We're gonna assume you're in the streets. Because we don't want to think that you want to be a man. So the next logical thing is to assume that maybe you're a criminal.
We don't want no.
What age range you want to date?
27 and no older than 30, no older than 31, 32. Like 31 and 32 is already pushing it.
So 27 to 30?
Yeah, that'll be my ideal.
Okay. All right. You funny as hell.
I didn't buy this dog. Oh, sorry. I'm trying not to read the comments, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
Oh, is there judgment down there that you deserve?
My last relationship was 2000, probably a year ago.
Okay. It was a year ago. What happened in that relationship? Why y'all break up?
Cause that meant I had turned him out. Like he was from Nepal and I turned him out. I turned him to a cool ass nigga that people didn't think was creepy anymore, and so he thought, hey, this is time to live my life.
What
Start dating
you
girls
mean you
with
turned
kids.
them out?
He started trying to make me manipulative because he would like sell sad stories that I done to him, you know what I'm saying? And the girls would like bite, and then like so then obviously they're gonna give up the coochie, and you know what I'm saying? He was a very generous man, so he gonna give a little chump change. And so he end up wanting, so you know, he'll run away from their kids and like, you know, basically riz them up talking about, oh, I'm gonna take care of you and stuff like that, and then he'll riz them up and run away from them kids, and then come back and tell me, and then he'll get scared of my reaction because you know I don't tolerate disrespect like that. Because one time we was in Golden Corral, he wanted to stick something down his boy butt, and I was like, come on, just because he fat, like that's mean. Like I wasn't on my mean shit. Cause I turned down the Mean Girls Club when I was younger, so I'm more of like blessed and highly favored.
You serious, ain't you?
Yes, very much. And my dog just keep making me seem unserious because she keep getting in my face. Bella noches. If we can't go to Bella noches, then where can
we go?
Shaming yourself. Ain't nobody shame.
Oh, what are your deal breakers?
So my deal breakers are
I'm
broke.
unmuted, my bad.
And another deal breaker is if you a woman that turned to a man. And another deal breaker is
Why is he saying she turned everybody out? I just don't believe a lot of you women have the capacity to turn a man out like what you believe. Y'all like, oh, I must have turned them out. Y'all didn't turn shit out. You're evaluating your own box. It's for men to decide. Will you women start waiting for us to say you have good poon? I'm getting tired of like self-coochie compliments. Like, you gotta wait for us to tell you it's good. You can't just be like, oh, this is fire here. How do you know? You can't eat yourself out. You can't stick nothing in yourself that's got nerve endings. Like, how do you know? You don't know shit. Like, a lot of y'all think that, oh, guys act crazy because my poon is good. It's like, no, he acting crazy because he's unstable and he's crazy. Or maybe he doesn't like your face or he hates you. I don't know. But you guys always just jump to assume like, oh, this box must be fire. Probably not.
you have no help. You got, honestly, I feel like kids, you know what I'm saying? So no kids. But like if you were really riz like that and you got one kid, and you know what I'm saying? Because I understand mistakes. I was a stepchild as well. So yeah, I definitely would say one child can be tolerated depending on how you put down. So like don't be trying to half-ass me
Oh
just
yeah,
like
that'll
you
make him act crazy
half-ass
too.
life. And
Necessity
that's
of a
not what
roof.
I'm looking for. So those are my deal breakers. Don't try to get over on me. Don't try to get on top of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be there when I need some TLC and, you know, keep things going.
What do you mean don't try to get on top of you?
All right now. Oh, Lord.
I'm out of here, man. I don't know if I want
I don't know. Are you able to do the Kendra Cam? Do you have enough light to do that?
Yes, I could do the Kendra Cam. I got a moo on right now. So...
A what? What the hell is a moo?
Sorry.
Oh.
Drop the phone.
Sorry.
She got a
Okay,
hickey.
let's see. I guess Yeah, I am really dark, so let me go ahead and try to hold it up right here. Okay, we're gonna hold it up. I got a good idea. Sorry for the patience, but thank you. And here you go. Okay, so we're gonna click it right there.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Hey.
Oh, now man, see? Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about? I told y'all. Look, she's in a muumuu. She's in it. Our grannies used to wear these to come whoop our ass at the bus stop. Like, look at this. Did y'all see that? Like, y'all see the little twerk? Little booty jiggle thing she did right there? You know it. It's time to get in ratchet whisper mode. I'm tired. Like, okay. Again, black women, if y'all want to, like, y'all are the only women in society doing stuff like this. Unsolicited twerking, body revealing. Kendra be like, put y'all shirt down. Nobody even asked y'all to lift y'all shirt up. Sometimes y'all lift it up. You're like a little kid. What are you doing? You're an adult. Kendra tells you guys to do the Kendra cam. You never had to do a 360. Black women, y'all want to do it because you want somebody to see your ass. And then and that's never enough. Your mind always says, bitch, twerk a little bit. And you always let those intrusive thoughts win. And then you do it. And I'm here to tell you, black women are not over-sexualized in society. Black women over-sexualize themselves. They do things, they're more revealing about what type of penis preference they have more than other women. They're willing to talk about their past sexual experiences in more graphic detail than other women. And then y'all go out in society and go, why do white men and Arabs expect me to put out more than white women? It's because of the shit y'all say and do. It's not just because you black. Like, we can't fall back on that shit for everything. Sometimes y'all get treated, sometimes black people, sometimes y'all are rightfully profiled like a motherfucker. And we just don't be wanting to say it. That, like, sometimes they're right. We just don't like saying it. But sometimes black people are right. I mean, sometimes, like, anybody who's stereotyping us, we be mad. A part of our anger is that the audacity, and then the other half is like, we know they're kind of right on some level. Let's continue.
Oh, she shook it too for her.
Yes. My man.
All right, now sit on down. Get out the street.
Okay, get in, Bella Noches.
Get in the street.
Nah, she had to get in the car.
I mean, get in the car, please, Lord. Get in the car.
And now, with that being said, she wasn't really overweight. Her body probably is like a lot better than what we probably might have expected. But your behavior during the call is like all but telling of what kind of woman you are. I think guys who see women who do this, black men, you have every right to assume that she's just a little bit loose and that she moves quick with guys or whatever the case may be because she doesn't know what to lead with. She doesn't know what to present. So when she doesn't have anything to go off of, she'll probably do something sexual in most circumstances. It's funny you did that twerk shit. You didn't even have to do it. But if every man is looking at you differently because of it, you might have a problem with that. So maybe y'all should just think about what you do.
Yes, call on the Lord. And I don't want anybody who don't serve the Lord and who only thinks that Jesus is our Lord. No.
Like, okay, I'm done with her after this because I can't with the goofiness. Time to address a lot of the Christians in the dating market. Again, I'm not here to disrespect your religion. But again, how you conduct yourself, I was a Christian at one point. I know that how you conduct yourself matters on some level. You women are out here conducting yourselves however you see fit, and some men conducting yourselves however you see fit, and then trying to claim the guise of Christianity. And what you guys are doing is you're making the barriers of entry to Christianity something that's not respectable anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I believe about the existence of a God deity or not. I miss church when they were ready to shame your ass for every little thing. If I miss anything about it, I miss that church used to be something in the black community that made people think twice. But now, new Negroes see that the barrier entry to Christianity is cheap. You can still be a hoe. You can still have illegitimate baby after illegitimate baby, and nobody turns their nose up at you. Now anybody can be a Christian. And openly. Back in the day, if you had an illegitimate child outside of a marriage, you didn't get to just like be out and about and like ministering to people and shit. Nowadays, any musty, stanky, OF owning woman can like be like, oh yeah, he needs to be God-fearing. It's like, yeah, and then go get with somebody else. Like if he's God-fearing, he needs to go get with somebody else, not you.
On the big light. There we go.
There we go. Okay, yes.
Is that better?
That's better.
I did not expect to get on. You caught me off guard. How are you doing today?
Good. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it. What's your name, honey?
Lakeisha.
Lakeisha. Try to keep the phone steady, honey.
Okay.
Lakeisha, where you calling me from?
I'm calling you from Alabama, but I'm originally from the West Coast, California.
Okay. You live in Alabama?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 43.
43. And what you do for a living?
I work for a dialysis company. I'm an AR billing specialist.
Dialysis company, and what else?
And I also own my own tax firm. So I prepare taxes and do mortgage lending and business funding and things of that sort.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 4 children. They're all grown, 24, 19, 18, and then I have a 17-year-old.
Okay. All by the same man?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever been married?
Yes. I was married 21 years to their father.
When did you get divorced?
I've been divorced 2 years.
Why?
You know, when someone's not willing to put in the work to make it work and do what they need to do, then, you know, it just happens. It sucks, but
okay. So you was married. You was married for 21 years, and you got divorced 2 years ago.
Yes.
It was your decision?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. What's your zodiac sign?
I am a Libra.
Libra. Let's see if we can find you a new man, girl. We got Lakeisha in Alabama, 43 Libra, works in dialysis, also owns her own tax firm.
Yes.
Mom of 4 kids, Alabama, 43 Libra. Let's see if we can find you a new man, girl. We got Lakeisha in Alabama here, so you got divorced 2 years ago.
Yes.
It was your decision?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. What's your zodiac sign?
Look how when a woman is talking to another woman and she says, "Oh, was it your decision to divorce?" I promise you guys, even in everyday scenarios, that's about as far as the conversation goes. That's about as far as the conversation goes. Because a lot of times women assume that if a woman breaks a home or wrecks a home, she had justifiable reason to do so. That's true. A lot of women are just like, especially in the black community, this fake sisterhood crap. Every black woman that wrecks a home, all the other black women get in support of her leaving that black man. Even if you don't even really know what's going on. You're just like, oh, you had to leave his ass? Bet. It's just, this is why our community is jacked up. And a lot of you career women, it's funny how y'all get careers and then all of a sudden you're just unmarriageable. You get careers, all of a sudden then you just can't work things out with the father of your children. Before the career, everything was cool. And that's nothing to do
I
with the
am a
money.
Libra.
It's y'all.
Libra.
Pregnant at 14. Yeah, I mean,
Let's see if we can
just,
find you a new
I know
man,
it's
girl.
just,
We got Lakeisha in Alabama, 43 Libra, works in dialysis, also owns her own tax firm.
Yes.
Mom of 4 kids, all by her ex-husband. Was married for 21 years, just got divorced 2 years ago.
Yes.
What kind of man you looking for now, honey?
I am looking for someone who is secure with themselves, as well as someone who is a God-fearing man, someone who can lead properly, who hears from God and leads properly, not someone who wants me to be submissive but isn't being led properly. It doesn't matter how much.
hold on. This is getting very frustrating because this is why our women are not doing well in the dating market. You guys, it's y'all mentalities. It's the energy y'all are coming to us with. The energy y'all are coming to us with is like you guys are already defeated with us, but you're still here. It's like men are actually more in that, probably more in the boat that you think you are in than what you think. That's why the older women are often saying it's the women who have gone bad, not the men. And then you look in those comment sections on Facebook on those reels. The black women will still argue with the OG. They be like, "Well, OG don't know what she's talking about. She's jaded. She don't know. She don't get it." These women don't even listen to wisdom. She's like, "Oh, I need to like." Then she's like, "I want to be submissive, but it's got to be under the right leadership." That mean you masculine. What's the problem with him wanting a woman to submit to him? I want y'all to hear that one more time.
To be submissive but isn't being, who hears from God and leads properly, not someone who wants me to be submissive but isn't being led properly.
See that? This is that bad faith argument stuff that I talk about that only black men have to deal with. We automatically, our women automatically assume we're just coming lacking. Automatically just bad, worst case scenario. And you all assume that like, and I think that's why the what do you bring to the table stuff is starting so much conflict because you women are just fighting. Somebody said she is slow, clearly. No, she's not. I don't think she sounds slow. I think she sounds fine, and I don't think she sounds slow. And if she's autistic, she's on the upper part of the spectrum, and those people are functioning just like us, equal rights. It's time to get to work. She'd still be a homewrecker, rather either way. There have been women with PhDs who say this stupid garbage who are like, yeah, man, like I'll be submissive, but only if you lead properly. The moment you said "but if," I know I'm not talking to a feminine woman anymore. So black women, y'all can miss me with the, I'll give it to you if you give me something. Femininity isn't something you can just start doing. You're feminine all the time if you're a feminine woman. It has something to do with the way you think in regards to your relationship to men in society, what your rights are, what power you actually have, what leverage you actually have, your belief systems around those things.
It doesn't matter how much money you make as long as you have some motion, just as I do, someone who can match my motion as well. Someone who is loving, caring, who will love me for me.
Much love to Tony Dawson. CASHAPP stopped the show. He says for the collection plate, stay up, BLP family. Much love.
Who doesn't mind that I have grown children and know how to get along, with my grown children and kind of make that dynamic work as well. because they are still, you know, in and out.
Yeah, she's definitely not slow, guys. She just talks slow. And I know people like this. I know plenty of people who speak with like, and it's like the way that their mind, like it's just the way that their dialect is set up. They just speak slower. But I do not feel like I'm speaking to a woman who is lacking in intelligence. And I'm pretty sure she would be complimented by the fact that I don't believe that she is handicapped, especially if she is. Like, I just want to react to her like she's a normal woman because I don't believe that she has a disability. I just believe she talks slow. And there's a difference. When you raise an autistic child who's never spoken ever and hits themselves, yeah, something about that to where like the line between like you know, problem, non-problem, you're accountable for yourself or you're not accountable for yourself, they aren't muddy. They aren't gray.
Out of home. Like one of my oldest is a travel nurse, but when he's home from his nursing assignment, he may come home for a few weeks and then leave back out. So I need someone who, you know, can get used to the dynamic of my grown children being in and out as well of the home.
Lady, who the hell is about to do that? See, the theme of this show is problem stepmothers in the black community. Y'all are expecting black men to accept a bunch of stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna change my camera real quick. Okay. All right. I'm going to replay the clip because I hate when I have to change my camera. I feel like it throws off the flow of the show. So I am going to replay the clip because I feel I'm throwing off the flow of the show. But at the moment, we have a show sponsor. James Dent took it. Very consistent show sponsor. That puts us at 35. We're almost halfway to go, halfway through the show. Much love, James Dent. He's a 1%er. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. I was looking for that show sponsor. James Dent in the building. Y'all make sure y'all show that man some love. Stop playing. Okay. Yeah, that's up to him. Yeah, back to what I was saying. The theme of the show is definitely problem single mothers in the black community. You all are trying to put stepfathers under the worst conditions than I believe any other woman in the dating market. And I don't know that to be sure because I don't know what every other woman in the dating market is doing, but I do know what black women are doing. I do know that y'all want men to be okay with grown children who still need you, coming in and out, acting like it's their house, jodying. That's a term I created from the movie Baby Boy, jodying. Grown men coming in, opening up a refrigerator, grabbing out food they didn't buy. Imagine this. Imagine you dealing with a woman and then some grown nigga who looked like her just stumbling. What's up, y'all? Y'all good? Hey, mama, open up your refrigerator. Kick his feet up. Some of you black women, y'all have sons living with y'all for a long time and then just be expecting some man to just be. Can you be okay with that my boys, my grown ass boys, they kind of treat this house like they run it. Don't nobody got time for your grown kids, especially if they're legal, if they're over 18 or they're about to be or they're soon to be. Nobody has time for grown kids who don't think that they can be controlled, damn near ready to run a fade with the guy the first time like something's out of line or whatever, or he don't like how you being treated. Men don't like these circumstances. Black women, y'all be thinking somebody want to be around your pookie of a son. Nobody wants to be around this criminal ass nigga. You don't even like him. A lot of the time. Some of y'all don't even want to admit it. Some of y'all don't even like your own sons. And then you guys date women You guys date men, you bring men into your lives, knowing your son ain't shit, or knowing that your kids are like mooching. And I can tell by how you're talking, you've had a few guys come in and say, hey man, you need to make them do something. That's all they do. That's all they do. I had to. Jody's such a fuckboy, I had to. He's like Rocky. It was so, Tyrese played that character so well, it was so convincing. He's like a real person on a quantum level to me. He scares me. He reminded me of too many niggas we really need to get away from in real life. He was trying to dictate things in the home, even though his mom like wanted him to move. He knew that his mom wanted him to move. And not only is he not moving, he's there trying to run shit. Like, who you going on a date with? Like, who is this nigga? And I guess the mom was kind of stupid, so he had right to be trying to check on her. But it wasn't his place. Because again, he wasn't even supposed to be living there still. Jody was pissing me off that entire movie. He says her son's in boxers drinking milk out of the carton, looking at you like, what you doing here? For real, like, man, stepkids be like, they be cutthroat nowadays. Okay, he was from Watts, California. He was like inner city, so on and so forth. But it was just like, dang, that took F-boy culture to like a whole other level. Still to this day, I don't think that there's been a better depiction of an F-boy on screen. If anybody out there who's curious about what black people mean when they say the term F-boy, watch the movie Baby Boy, the main character. It's an F-boy. The GOAT of F-boys. Like, this nigga, like, he's unbelievably terrible. Like, his girl calls him. His girl has to get to work. This is when I knew it was messed up. His girl had to go to work. She calls him. He sleep. He's got her car. He's like, Yvette's like, Jody, I got to get to work. I need my car, nigga, blah, blah, blah. This nigga said, your car? I said, oh, shit. We got us a movie. Get that popcorn over there. Everybody pull this shit up. We got one tonight, baby. As soon as Jody said, what car? I said, oh, God. We got us a fuckboy here. And then his brother, then his homeboy was a worse fuckboy. His brother, his homeboy, Omar Gooding, he ain't got nothing going on. And he's like, Jody, and you were supposed to give me a job. And then Jody says what I would say. Nigga, why I gotta get you a job? Cause you my man. It's just another one of those movies that just remind us that like we're all the same and like so on and so forth. We're all the same.
And just someone who's loving and caring can love me for me.
All right, what's the deal breakers?
Liars, cheaters, people that aren't loyal, that don't know how to treat others, and liars. It's the biggest thing for me. I can't stand a liar. Someone that plays games. Say what you mean and mean what you say. We're all too grown. I just feel like I'm too grown for anyone to play
like
games.
A horror character.
So, if you're not feeling the relationship or you don't want the relationship, just say that. Don't stick around and play with someone's feelings or play with someone's heart. Just say what you mean and mean what you say.
And there you have it. Okay. Should he look a certain way?
No, he shouldn't look a certain way, but I don't want you to just be ugly. He doesn't, but it doesn't have to look a certain way. But it does have to be some type of attraction. I am more or less a vibe person. So someone that, I can vibe with, get along with, and we can just enjoy each other.
Okay.
Kind of have a good.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
There's not a certain amount of money that he should make as long as he has something going for himself, as long as he's working, striving to be better. I feel like we can build together and build the life that we want together.
And then he licked
So
the
as
top of
long
his
as
head,
he's
which
doing
disturbed
something
me.
with himself and he has something going on.
Okay, okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Go ahead. Come on now, Shawty. Go on. Get up. Hit the like button, everybody. But yeah, no. When anytime a woman says vibe, I just ignore it now because stress.
Okay, we gotta see your legs. Can y'all see your legs?
Let's go like this then.
Okay, there we go. Well, you put it.
Yeah, that's worse.
Okay, hold on. Is this better?
Okay, this is good. We'll take it, honey. We got you, boo.
Okay, you're overweight. I get it. Not gonna go too hard on you. I'm gonna leave you alone. You know you need to lose weight. That's pretty obvious. I think that's pretty obvious. You know you need to lose weight. Broke up with the man she went on a cruise with. Okay, guys, simply out of mere curiosity.
In Mexico.
The all-new Kendra G singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play.
Oh, guys. Squared Away says, motion vibe? Ma'am, stop it. We are middle-aged. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what. I don't. Let me be quiet.
Play Store and download now.
Cruise in Mexico. Check you out.
Yeah.
Now, you on this cruise by yourself?
It's a long story, but let's just say I'm single now. I didn't come alone, but now I'm single.
Damn, you got single on the cruise?
Yeah, because he was abusive and he threw a remote at me, so it's over.
Hold on. How long you knew this man?
2 years off and on.
Had y'all ever been on any trips?
Now, this isn't a serious offense, so this shouldn't be considered like victim blaming or anything like that. But like, how badly did you irritate him where he had to throw the remote at you in the first couple of days of knowing you, man? I'm like, I hate to say it, but something is making me think that the same reason why you're willing to share this story is the same reason you got the remote through at you. Because you don't really like think things through, or you don't think before you speak or act, or maybe you just in general rub people the wrong way. But yeah. Let's go ahead and watch. So everybody's saying watch to the end. Okay. All right. There's a surprise to the end. Okay, I'm watching.
Prior to the cruise?
Yes, he's never thrown anything at me before or anything. I don't know who this man is.
Now listen, I do not condone violence in any
Neither
way.
do I.
You know what I'm saying?
And another thing I want to say is they were threatening me. I'm the victim, and they were threatening to leave me in Mexico.
Who said that?
I said, the security. I said, I'm not getting off of this boat. I'm not
security
getting
tried
off
to leave you in Mexico, and you the victim?
Yeah, and they refused.
Something's not adding up.
Refused. You know, maybe I'm not like in the position to be dating anybody, but I gotta get this story out there.
No, she's not the.
Okay. So this man abused me, and he's playing the victim, and really he's like a Suge Knight.
Okay.
My ex.
Your ex that you had on the cruise, is he still on the ship?
He is. And he actually had the nerve to approach me and say he don't want no problems with me because he knows when we get back to Long Beach, I plan on having the police arrest this man.
Okay. Hold on. Just slow down. I know you're upset. Take a deep breath. Let's breathe together.
Why are you calling the show right now?
I understand you are upset. You know what I'm saying? He came up to you, said you don't want no problems. And before you said that he threw the remote.
Yes, and then I called security to inform them of what's going on.
Like one of these?
Yes, the TV remote. Yes, sir. So, okay, let me explain.
Walk me
Story.
through it. What happened? Like what
Okay,
happened?
this is what happened, okay? So I went to breakfast, and when I came back in the room, I had asked him, you know, can I say his name?
No.
No. Okay, yeah, okay, okay. So
Yeah,
I said, sir, where's the remote? And then he acted like he was sleeping. So I called the front desk and I asked them, can they bring me a replacement remote? Because I don't know where the remote is. They said, okay, we'll bring the remote right up. When I get off the phone, this man throws the remote at me. So, oh, you want to throw stuff? So then I hurried up and got out of the room and I asked one of the guests if they could call security.
Hold on, did he hit you with it?
No, but it almost hit me. No, it almost hit me.
So the hell what? I don't like you. And who the hell do you think, like, where do you get off thinking that you just get to call the police on people who threw stuff? Like it's not, that's not like a, so you're trying to get people locked up over something that almost, cause that could have hit you? Let's continue.
Oh, not Queen.
Let's let Zach cook.
Queen.
He threw it at me.
Queen.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
Let him cook.
Okay. After he threw the remote, did he swing at you? Did he punch you? Did he choke you?
Because I hurried up and ran out the room.
Was he attacking you? Did he chase you?
No, he didn't chase me because I was quick. I'm quicker than him. He's older too. He's almost 60. I'm younger than him. I'm quicker than him. So I'm younger than him. I'm quicker than I'm younger. He's older too. He didn't chase me because I was quick. I'm quicker than him. I hurried up and ran out the room.
Was he attacking you? Did he swing at you? Did he punch you? Did he choke you?
Because I hurried up and ran out the room.
Was he attacking you? Did he chase you?
No, he didn't chase me because I was quick. I'm quicker than him. He's older too. He's almost 60. I'm younger than him. I'm quicker than him. So I ran out of the room, but trust me, he wanted to hurt me.
Okay. All right.
And
But ma'am, okay. Gotta be careful. Maybe originally he did. But him not succeeding counts for something. Okay. That's not the way to go about it either. It's not a joke. Like, he didn't hurt you. You felt like you were in danger. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. Right? Something to be cautioned. But feeling like you're in danger, it doesn't solicit you trying to call the authorities and get somebody locked up. And that's why Zach asked if he chased you, because had he chased you down the hallway or something like that, then maybe I would have been like, all right, like, okay. But it's like, ma'am, like, people are allowed to throw things, and if it doesn't hit you and whatever, it's not in your world. It would be like you be by your definition, like, well, never mind, I'm not gonna do that either. Let's go ahead and continue the show.
And he's been abusive. Like, he basically knew I didn't have any money coming on this trip, and he was tripping off of me ordering Wi-Fi and charging it to the room. And I need to stay connected. I have a child. I have a mother. Like, why?
Oh, no, you did not. No, you did not. Let me tell you what you will never. Let me tell you what you would never do if I took you somewhere on my dollar. Let me tell you what you would never do. Just decide that because you got shorties, you're about to like just decide that Wi-Fi is getting charged to my name. Lady, are you have you lost it? I might have. Lady, you probably should have been a feature presentation. There'd probably be more people here if they knew that we were here just to talk about you. What world do you live in where you're surprised that he's angry that you, without his knowledge, charged Wi-Fi and God knows whatever the hell else you don't want to admit to his car? Come on, lady. You lucky that the remote was the only... Why? Is this for real? Me too. It's like, ma'am, while you were on the way to alerting authorities, is there another unit coming to pick you up for your theft? You're a thief. More than he is a criminal of assault, you are actually a thief. And what's really destroying, talk about problem single mothers being the theme of the show. I didn't even expect this, y'all. This is a blind reaction. She's like, yeah, he tripping off some Wi-Fi. See, this is why wealthy men have some of the most brass, heartless personalities, because you women get around affluent men and think that because you see a boat that they invited you on, oh, he won't mind this Wi-Fi. Who do you think you are, brokey? And it's poverty mindset to assume that because somebody has a lot of something that they won't mind if you take a little. That's how broke people act. See, broke people will do this to you, then they'll have the nerve to talk down on you about what they took and to say, oh, you tripping off that little shit I took? Yes, bitch, it's mine. What the fuck wrong with you? It's mine. I wouldn't care if it was a nickel. Give me my nickel. Black people were the only, we've been poor so long, we forgot, like, we don't even know how to, like, we suck at it. It's like, why are we not good at being poor? We've been poor for so long. Why are we not good at being poor? Niggas will steal your shit and be like, you tripping off that little shit I took? Yes, nigga, what? Now I want to kill you. It's like, because that was my shit. Squared Away says he is salty because he got no he is salty because he got no buns. She went on a cruise with her 60-year-old sugar daddy. After she said no buns, he said no incidentals. She's dusty. Yeah, it's like, and then you thought you were just gonna just run that man Wi-Fi up. You thought you were just gonna like. Pfft. I can't stand people who take things from people or borrow things. Black people, we do this. Why do we do this to each other? Why do we borrow from each other and then go, oh man, you still tripping about that little $5? Nigga, I don't care if I gave you that $5 when we were 5. Bitch, give me my money. What's wrong with y'all? Any of y'all who are watching this stream, if y'all owe somebody, that shit still count. Like, I don't care when it happened. Whenever you try to say it don't count, bitch, it do. The fuck? Like, I can't believe we have so many of our people who be like, no, I don't really got to pay that back. That was way back. Yes, you do. Much love to Derek Sinclair. He says, AK all of this. This here is tragic. Yeah, they be like, you ain't gonna miss it. Yeah, I am. That's why we talking. Give me my shit. Now.
Why did he bring me on this cruise if he couldn't afford Wi-Fi or a $5 bottle of water on the cruise?
Oh, no, you didn't, hyena. Jabber shit. Like, what in the world would... It's not a matter... You made me knock my light down. Now I'm really upset. It's not a matter of if he can afford it. It's what matters is if he wants to give it to you or not. I can't stand poverty-minded individuals. It's the entitlement. If you successfully got the Wi-Fi and you successfully made the purchase, then obviously he can afford it. He didn't want to spend it on you. Like, obviously, did the card decline? Because if it didn't, that means he can afford it. He just didn't want to spend it on your ass. Somebody who, you're probably the first chick who he's ever had to throw a remote at on a date. Unbelievable. You should have been the feature presentation.
I mean, sir, would you bring a woman on a cruise if you couldn't afford those things?
Well, I'm scared of large bodies of water. I ain't getting on no.
So am I. But I'm speaking to the metaphor of the situation, and you're asking the wrong questions. How dare you be like, Zach? Don't try to bring Zach into your bullshit. Like, don't ask Zach, oh, Zach, if you took a woman on a cruise, wouldn't you be able to afford Wi-Fi? You're asking the wrong questions because the question is not, can that man afford the Wi-Fi? You stole. You hear me? You stole. It's not considered theft because you and your children had a need. That doesn't mean that it isn't theft. That's what he has problem with. The lack thereof of a conversation happening before you took a liberty with his money. And I get it. He's probably some sort of sugar daddy. So you thought you had control and now you realize you don't. You got hostile. Here comes the remote. Right? Stop trying to talk to Zach. He doesn't want to talk to you.
Nobody damn crew, because I can't drink that much water and I can't swim, you know. But I get what you're saying. Okay, he should have paid for the water or whatever. But this sounds like a sugar daddy situation gone wrong. Okay, this sounds like a sugar daddy situation gone wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that. Just hear me out. I think that you jump to it. You so ready to be done so quick. Now, I'm not saying that he should have threw the remote at you, okay? I don't think that was a good idea. I think there was a little bit more, something that agitated him more than just you calling down there. I think you did something irritating, and he was like, "Here go the damn remote." That's what it sounded like. He was like, "Here," and he threw it. And you said he old, so he said, "Here," and he threw the remote.
But he's older, but he don't look old.
Okay, that don't matter. But he didn't. You said it didn't hit you. He didn't swing. So.
The Valley Savage says she's not cute enough for all that entitlement. And you know what? I'm glad that you said that, and not just because of like the vanity aspect. Thank you for that, Tim, brother. That puts us at 55. Not for the vanity aspect, because this is what happens. This is no different than did you guys see the arrogance of that single mother we just reacted to? The single mother of like 2 kids or something like that. And just because she got lucky, her attitude was like, as he should, right? The outlier women, they don't get humble because you saved them. They get cocky because you saved them. They get comfortable because you gave them an opportunity that they kind of really don't even belong in. They just get comfortable there. What happens is she probably is dealing with a guy who he's like maybe breaking off some cash to her for whatever reason. But she believes that because the treatment is on such a high level of luxury, she has an inflated idea of what her value is as a woman. This definitely should have been the feature. This woman is wilding.
Like, so that's still being aggressive.
I understand.
Like,
I understand that. If you wanna leave them over the remote, then I feel like you were just there for the free chip in the first place.
But
because
Zach ain't lying. You're talking to a man. Do y'all think like us men don't live? That's why y'all don't like dating and relationship conversations being present online, because y'all want men off balance. Y'all want us dumb again. Y'all want us off balance. And we were always playing off balance. We knew we had the leverage. We knew we were the prize. It was just fun to chase you like you were. We knew what it was. We knew what it was.
No, sir.
Because it just seemed like that's something. And then he just said he don't want no problem. It seemed like that's something that y'all like.
No, because it's just there's more to the story. There's more to the story, but I can't say every single thing. You know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely going to be under investigation. But there is definitely more to the story. And
well, no, you're not going to do that. Why does that always happen every single time a situation like this happens? Every single time a woman starts divulging information about a personal situation, the moment there's questions she can't answer, she gets cornered and she doesn't have anywhere else to go logically. She's like, well, there's just so many dynamics you guys don't know about. So nobody's wrong or right. It's like, man, that's bullshit. We've been given enough information to know who you are. You're an opportunist woman. And you thought that the man who you were using, you thought you could use him however you saw fit. And a lot of guys, when we're being used, we know we're being used. But you don't get to determine the capacity and how much we allow ourselves to be used. We'll relinquish that out to you. And you did not ask this man if you could use his credit card before you charged up Wi-Fi for your little mistakes you had without him. You just did it. So in my mind, you're a thief. Forget if he should be mad at you. Like, he was attacking someone who stole from him, as far as I'm concerned. You're leaving out huge context, especially because you don't know that you stole from this man. You don't get to spend someone's money under the assumption that they can afford it, thinking that that justifies said action. That's not how shit works. Zach was probably given strict instructions by Kendra G, probably not to press back too much with the women, to maybe give a little bit, but not too much. Kendra doesn't want another show when Zach comes on here, and that's how I would do it if I was running a business. Let's go ahead.
There was like some financial abuse going on. I've never seen this side of him before in my entire life.
Financial abuse.
Because
with
he knows.
With his money or with your money?
I know this. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This shit should be on World Star. This shit should be World Star. She's like, oh, it was financial abuse. I gotta rewind. I gotta hear this shit. Explain to me how it was financial abuse.
Money or with your money?
Hold on, I gotta go back.
I've never seen this side of him before in my entire life.
Financial abuse.
Because he's before in my entire. This is definitely going to be under investigation, but there is definitely more to the story, and there was like some financial abuse going on. I've never seen this side of him before in my entire life.
Financial abuse.
Because he knows.
With his money or with your money?
Basically, he said he would take care of everything, and then he turned and switched up on me. And
after you stole, it's like, ma'am, after you stole, you can't say, "Oh, you switched up after me. You switched up on me after the Wi-Fi thing." Duh. It's funny when you steal something, when you take something from someone outside of their knowledge, it's funny how the relationship is kind of usually a little bit different after that. I don't know if you were born yesterday or not. It seems like you were born yesterday because you think you can just steal from a person and then be like, so you my ride home, right? Hoo-wee. Wow. She's like, you know what? This is financial abuse. Because I stole from him and he got mad and now he don't want to like give me no more money. It's like, duh. It's like, yeah. Like, that's not financial abuse. That's just getting away from you. You're not riding back with me. I don't even care how you would have been, if that would have been me, lady, you would have been left in Mexico too. So you would have been accusing me of the same thing or anybody else who was in that position. And I promise you, the dime piece version of you could have did that to me. I'm talking about a version of you that's delicious in every way I like. And I still would have made the same choice he made. And I would have been mad that I got to spend the rest of that cruise by myself because you thought you could play with a real one. That would have sucked. This is a good one. Man, I'm like kicking myself this isn't the feature presentation. That's why that's why we've been stuck here. Maybe I should change the thumbnail. We should even react to the feature presentation.
And doesn't want to like even buy me water. Like that's crazy. And like just acting super crazy. Like I don't know. But anyway.
Oh, right, because he was supposed to, after discovering that you used his credit card outside of his knowledge, he was supposed to just keep taking care of you and like making sure that you were okay because he's the one who brought you out there. You broke that agreement when you stole from him. And that's where he is justified. And when you alert the authorities when you get back, he'll be justified in that. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be just fine. He's going to go home. And you're going to go home, not with him in a separate Uber. And shame on you. Shame on you for thinking that he's such a sucker. Shame on you for thinking that he's so weak. Shame on you for thinking his masculinity is lacking so much that he wouldn't even care if you took his hard-earned money. This is what broke chicks act like. This is how broke women act when they finally get a small little window into like what the other side would look like. This is how you behave. You cut up. You're like Jada Pinkett and Set It Off when Blair Underwood took her to the formal galley and she didn't even hardly know what to do. They gave her some champagne. The bitch put her champagne in the fake bushes. She was like, she didn't even put it in the trash. She was so, you just couldn't get the hood out of her. A lot of times you women, this is what happens when ratchet women get invited to boats and get invited on boats. They'll get kicked off the boat. They'll be on a lifeboat like it's Titanic because they just turned up. Because that's just how they felt. That's just how they was feeling. But anywho, I'm sick of you, lady. I'm moving on. God, he talked to you for so long. You were such a problem. I gotta hear it. I gotta make sure.
But that's an extreme. It's like
once in a lifetime call.
And this is the reason I'm staying on this. And I know y'all want me to move on, but this is a dangerous thing. When you use words like abuse, you know what I'm saying? Those are serious words that come with a lot. That comes with a lot.
Yeah, and that typically hurt men. That's why y'all say it, because y'all know men can get hurt. You used a lot of trigger words like abuse and all this other stuff, financial abuse, whatever. And you're the only real wrongdoer we've been able to narrow down. We know that you've done wrong for sure. Everything's still questionable on him. Squared Away says, Thon, you missed it. He's not tripping just off the Wi-Fi and water. If she were serving up the buns, he probably would. Oh, to be honest, I didn't even catch that. Much love to Valerie Smith. She says, new to your channel. Much love, Valerie. Thank you for that contribution. And I love when black women join the channel, and I appreciate it. I really do, because like we really need it. We need more perspectives from the women. We have a lot of men. We need more. It helps offset our detractors. I love that women pull up and they find this a safe environment to learn about dating and relationships, that's what it's all about. Welcome, 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 Valerie. Hit the subscribe button as well. Okay. Welcome to the family. Let's go ahead and get back into the show. Y'all welcome Valerie down there.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
And I said, well, when you say financial abuse because he ain't want to pay for Wi-Fi,
no. It's not just that. It's a lot of other things like food and stuff like that. Like,
well, again, ma'am, he's not your husband. See, these are serious terms that are used under the umbrella of a marriage or a serious domestic partnership. Not wealthy man finds ratchet and takes her on a boat. That's not where you get to use financial abuse. Side chicks, you guys are out also, and you picked it when you chose to be a side chick or you chose to be just the fun girl for the weekend. Much love, Valerie. Thank you. I don't think anybody will agree with all of what I say. Thank you. Again. And I hope that black women understand it. And all women, not just black women. I'm not going to single y'all out, but that's who I feel most familiar with. I don't think it's it was ever men advocacy's goal or men who do this kind of content's goal to get women to agree with them and with everything that they say. I just think we want to generally come to some kind of understanding with one another. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Because I don't really get my rocks off making black women feel like stupid or making black women feel invalidated in their talking points. I just want to figure out how to get to some kind of resolve. But thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining the platform. We're glad to have you. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
Trust me, I'm not using the word abuse lightly at all.
Okay. So he starved you out? You didn't eat?
Well, thank God there's a buffet on here. But it's some others.
Did he pay for the buffet? The ticket with the all include was the buffet included with the ticket?
Let me say this. He reported that I'm stealing from him when, like, I guess there's credit. He gets like $100 credit. And so he called the front desk and said, I'm stealing from him. I'm not stealing anything from them.
All right, exactly. Ma'am, yes, you are. This just keeps getting better. This just keeps getting better. So now you're shocked that he did report it as theft? Ma'am, I know that this isn't a matter of a lack of intelligence. I know that you are not lacking in intelligence. But I do think you think so low of this man that you've made new rules about how you're to exist with him. And those rules are very grounded in your entitlement, what you believe you're owed just because you're around this guy. And here's what's messed up about being the side girl or just being the fun girl is that you hardly have anything guaranteed. It's a risky thing, like what Zach said. Hardly anything is guaranteed to you, actually. That's why to play the game the right way is to try to get a man's wealth the right way through cooperation, through being able to work with a man long term over a lifetime. That's the best way to secure a man's wealth. Not this way. This is actually shameful and it looks exhausting. And if this is how most of your dating life looks, which I'm probably sure it doesn't, because you just don't look like the girl who could have one or two sugar daddies, maybe one. And I can tell by how you're acting and how hostile you're acting, you don't have a lot of options. After him, back to the hood you go. And you know it. And women like this will sue a guy for financial abuse or something like that, and she was never originally anything.
This man?
He wants you.
I'm not.
He said, take that Wi-Fi off. She's stealing.
That is crazy as hell. I still want to look at anything. But anyways, I'm going to let you get to the next person.
All right,
okay.
All right. I appreciate it. Do you want to find somebody else? You want to find somebody else on here?
Eventually, Yes, but I got a lot of drama going on. But eventually, yes, I do want to find somebody else this year.
You have to love when somebody tells a story so embarrassing that they just get off. Like, you didn't have to tell us the story, man. You could have just called right from where you were. I think maybe you thought that everybody on Kendra G's show would just dogpile on that dude and talk about how much of a bastard he is for being mad that you thought everybody was gonna shame him for being mad that you used his car because how dare he? No, everybody's probably overwhelmingly on his side because you didn't have the right to use his money. And then you're shocked that he reported you like the criminal you are. You're like, how dare you call the police on me and I stole from you? I've never seen entitlement on that level. And if you were cute enough, it wouldn't be justified, but I would understand your entitlement. You are literally a -0. You're not doing nothing. You're not moving no needles on the attraction meter. And you're just acting like you're very entitled. You have a lot of audacity for where you are and for who you are. And not every woman is equal in the dating market. I'm ready to move on to the feature presentation because we had a lot to do, man. We've been here a while. Even though that was pretty much the crux of the show, we actually do have a single mother that's still that's pretty delusional as well.
Pretty girl Amari. Okay, you ready, boo?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I didn't know you was gonna pick me.
All new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now. I had braces when I was little, but I was in the 60s.
Like, Kendra, there was I don't know, I went to sleep one night and I was like, my bottom teeth are starting to shift a little bit. I guess when you get older, it starts to shift. And so I was like, I need braces to get this correct.
Well, I have a retainer. I think your teeth will constantly shift, so I have a retainer on the top and the bottom of my teeth. We're having dentist talk right now. What's the name, baby?
Yes, it's Amari.
It's Amari?
Yeah.
Amari, and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Cali.
Cali, okay. How old are you?
I'm 25. I'll be 26 in October.
Okay, what's your zodiac sign? Is that Libra?
Libra, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I actually have one right here. Kaden, say hi to everybody.
Oh, hi, baby. Okay.
Okay.
Very cute. Oh, how old is he?
He's 2.
Why are you not with the daddy? Why are you not with the daddy?
Girl, he probably in this live right now. Girl, he always keeps quitting his job.
He just quits his job?
He just recently quit his job, and I'm just like, he doesn't have a car. He hasn't had a car, Kendra, since I met him. It just got to a place. He was my crush in high school. So I was like, I'll give it a try. He had a kid previously.
A what?
So he has another child.
Exactly.
Too, who is older than mine. But he's just not doing good. He's just not doing good.
Shout out to Just Niece. Just Niece said men with broke penises got the best penises.
Shaming you.
Why you know all that to have it back in my head?
I want to be the first to say only the loser women say stuff like this in the dating market. And I'm being dead ass. Only the loser women in the dating market say stuff like that. Even if there's validity to it. And again, ma'am, do you know that one day your kids are going to get older and they're going to watch this content, okay? They're going to watch it and they're going to wonder why you gave them life, why you brought them into the world with their father. If you thought this way about them, and I'm pretty sure your kids love their dad. Do y'all think about this stuff? You guys are just this is why I said that there's a subconscious thing with black women. You guys do not value us in the way you're supposed to. Y'all think we don't value you, but I think that black women lack value for black men like in the issue between black women's value towards black men and vice versa, it's way more severe than men having an issue valuing you all. That's not and I don't think it's even a discussion. Like single fathers or men who have full custody of their kids, they're far less likely to divulge any information about the woman, even though she's in a failed place or the place of the person who isn't custodial at all. He doesn't even bring her up. It just seems like our women are looking for any reason to drag the father of their child through the mud. And they think that it gives them power because they think that it removes shame from their accountability in the situation. But it doesn't. You got knocked up by somebody who quits his job a lot. Now go ahead and act like he just started quitting those jobs. Or act like there wasn't anything you saw in his personality that wouldn't have signified he could have been on some level this human being. And I can still smell your desire to want him to get it together. And so would any other guy, which means you probably are still emotionally reserved for this man. So you're not a good option for that reason also.
Girl, I don't know. Like I'm the type, I'm like a ride or die. I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna just leave somebody because they're broke. You know, it was like about like,
if you're not gonna leave somebody because they're broke, then why did you leave him because he's broke?
Well, now it's getting to the point to where he's like constantly like just like leaving his jobs and stuff, like on purpose, I think.
Now, I'm not for guys who do stuff like this, who just, they quit a job just because like they have a person who's around them who always picks up the slack. This is not manly, and men who live like this need to stay by themselves and build themselves up before they start dealing with women. That's what I personally believe. But let's continue to listen. She's going to reveal more.
You know what I mean?
You think he doesn't want to pay child support?
I don't even have him on child support, Kendra.
But does he still help you out with the baby?
He was. He missed like all last month of a payment. So I just haven't been pressing it. I'm like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, well, let's keep going. All right, Amari Callie, 25 Libra, mom to a 2-year-old. Let's get into it, child. So, what do you do for a living?
Right now I'm in school to be a registered nurse.
I can't hear you, honey.
I said right now, currently, I'm in school to be a registered nurse.
Okay. You're in school. How do you make money if you're in school?
I get financial aid, and then I also work at Amazon.
Okay, got you. All right, and this is your only child?
Yeah.
Have you never been married, right?
No.
Okay. All right, let's get to it. We got Amari, Callie, 25 Libra, mom to a 2-year-old, currently in school to be an RN, also does Amazon, and let's do it. Never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Girl, a man that's caring and like wants to like adventure, I guess you can say. Like, you know, somebody with big personality.
See how the first thing she said was adventurer? This is why we address the Travelicia stuff so much and why we coined the term. Because black women are putting an unhealthy amount of emphasis on fun, traveling, experiences, not legacy, stability, a plan, like thinking about the longevity of the situation, just temporary dopamine hits, trips, adventures. It's like, once you're settling down and you have a kid you're looking for a stepfather, it's not about that anymore. Now it's about practical decisions now. And then you guys can start doing some stuff from the practical choices you made. Then you can take a trip.
I have a big personality. Somebody goofy, because I'm goofy.
Somebody goofy because you're goofy.
Sounds like shit ain't ever getting paid over there.
Okay. What's your deal breaker? Oh, you have more? Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
I'm 5'6.5", so he got to be taller, or like I don't know. He got to be taller.
Taller than 5'6". Okay.
Yes, me.
What are your deal breakers?
Somebody that just is bad at texting, Really? I'm like really simple though, Kendra. Like just somebody that's bad at texting, who doesn't communicate. Like that's
God, lady, like you really have your standards in the dumps. I see why you ended up dating a guy who was unstable and didn't work. Like, look how you vet men. You see how like it isn't a matter of she chose a bad guy who all of a sudden became a bum. It's starting to become glaringly obvious that she just doesn't really know how to vet men. Because look at what she's looking for. If this is what she looks for when she's once again in the dating market, this is what she was doing when she found this guy who now is like only a mistake by himself and not a measure of her discernment, which is not true.
just what icks me. That's it.
Okay. All right. Should he look a certain way?
I'm not picky.
Not picky. Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
No.
No. Okay.
As long
Let's see
as
the
he has
Kendra.
like goals, you know what I mean? Like I'm like I told you, I'm in school, you know, to be a nurse, which will happen within like 3 years. So as long as they have some type of path, that's totally fine with me. You don't have to be at your goal, just have a goal, you know? A destination.
Okay. Should he? Okay. Let's do the Kendra cam. So you guys do the Kendra cam. Your car is parked, correct?
Yeah, it is. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me find the lighting. Ooh, child.
All right, there we go. That's better lighting. We got to see your legs, honey.
Oh Lord, let me put that right here. Oh wait, no, that's not
Can't see your legs.
Yeah, still can't see my legs. Give me 1 second. I don't know if this is gonna help. Y'all, where should I put the phone? Where's Kaden? Maybe if I scoot back.
Okay. All right, we see
I can't see anything.
you, girl. I can see you. The comments are covering it, but I think I can see your shape.
Good thing we're who we are and we'll just do what we gotta do. Yeah. Not overweight, not in the best shape either, but not overweight. So again, it is what it is. Physicality probably wasn't even mainly your issue here. Your issue is that how do I put this? You need to go back probably to the father. You probably need to go back to the father of your child. You probably need to get back with him. I don't know how old he is. I'm not sure where you guys are at with you guys' co-parenting situation, but I would say you probably should get back with him. That's the wisest choice you're looking at. You are only 24, but with a kid, that's not the same 24. Like, that's the thing. You're not the same as all the other 24-year-old women. And you made that choice when you brought that baby to term. Decided you were going to raise it instead of taking all the other alternatives and outs you would have been given by the government and society. You decided to keep the child. Yeah, maybe recreational use only. I can see why some guys might be like, yeah, no thanks. Only because, again, you more than likely are into your baby father still, and you probably need to go back to him.
Oh, you got a cute shape. Okay, lady in green. Ooh. Okay. We got you. We got you, girl. I always say you can tell with my love they body child. I'll do an extra Kendra cam.
Okay.
Okay.
Much love to Classy Perspective. They've been dropping love in the super chat all night. That won't bring us coming back tomorrow, though, but much love to everybody supporting down in the super chat. Classy Perspective says she has a child and works at Amazon and in school studying to be a nurse by herself. How? Yeah. It's because she's lying for sure. She's definitely
You a liar.
When was your last relationship?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I want to say a year ago.
A year ago. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I have to work on. I got a lot I need to work on. I'm not a perfect person. I would say communication. Like usually, like when I get upset, I need like just space. to like regather my thoughts and then communicate. But like communicating on site, I need to work on. What else? There's a lot. There's a lot that I need to work on. I need to work on. I feel like
Much love to the OG Arthur. With this donation, he crosses over into becoming the third highest donor. I don't know. I'm just really proud of that. That anybody who's like been living longer than me finds something valuable that I'm doing over here. Whew. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you for continuing to be such a great support to the show, brother Arthur. He has sponsored the show, and thanks to him, you guys will all be back here for another show tomorrow. Thank you, Arthur. You are the man. Gotta make sure I play that music because you deserve it, brother. Thank you. Y'all show him some love.
Mama, there goes that man.
Okay, let's spin the clip.
I have a big heart, Kendra, so I feel like I give more than I take, and
Here we go.
I don't know how to explain it, but I think I give way more in a relationship that I get.
Okay. So you want to work on receiving more than giving.
I've never heard that before, and I told y'all that it's very narcissistic of black women to take an opportunity to criticize yourself and to be self-judgmental. They use it as an opportunity to compliment themselves. You know, my problem is I need to work on like receiving more shit. Like I need to work on like being able to like receive gifts. It's like who's really having a hard time out here receiving a gift of any kind? We're humans. We're pretty like we're close to our primate ancestors in the sense to where anything you're offering us, if it doesn't stank or like look like it's gonna hurt us, we're like, what's that? Like, like what's the real significance of that? Much love, Belize Gal. Sorry that we got started a little bit late. I feel bad for the people who maybe not thought we weren't going live. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back into it. Let me put Arthur up on the board.
Yes, but it should be equal in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not expecting if I get you something, you need to instantly get me something back. But it needs to be like, you know, fair too. You know what I mean? Not forced. You got to out of love, out of like the kindness of their heart.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Free week. Okay. All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I can't hear her. Okay.
I said, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm fine.
Shame in yourself.
Ain't nobody shame. Fun. Like, I like to go out. You know, I could do a little twerk on somebody. On my man.
You could do a little twerk on somebody?
A little twerk on my man, you know? A little twerk. Make them look good in the club, Kendra, you know.
Again, man, nothing about you is saying that you're a prize. And again, I'm starting to think that the father of your child, he didn't even dodge a bullet here. Not only are you a modern woman in the way that you think, but you sound a little bit loose. And you sound like you just don't know what all this is about yet. You had a child a little bit too soon, and you're young. You have a lot to learn. Well, you're 24. I would say like you're not young for marriage, but you're not old either. It's just like, ma'am, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like this, I think, before. Like, especially the woman before, the call before I'm talking about, I'm referring to. But this woman, our last feature presentation, you just represent the typical young single mother who needs to probably stay with the father of their child, no doubt about it. That's where you go. You go back to him. You don't realize that now because you think you're better than him, but I promise you're not. And you chose him to be the father of your child. I think what's in best interest is, and you have a young man. I want to let you know that beautiful young boy you have in that car, he's at such a statistical disadvantage without his father, you wouldn't believe it. Not being able to see him, I promise you, I'm here to tell you, you'll never be enough in that young man's life. You could say certain things to him, but if he doesn't hear it come through male vocal cords, it means almost nothing. And that's the value of a father. And don't you ever forget it. And all you other women out here who think that you can raise a man without a man, good luck. Good luck. And if on any reality you think you and that beautiful young man are okay without that man, check the numbers on how well women do raising young men by themselves. And then get back to me or someone else who will care to listen, because I won't. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. STOUNDEFFECT. I enjoy giving the show. Much love to our sponsor, Arthur. All right. I will be back here tomorrow because Arthur sponsored the show. We've been sponsoring shows very consistently, and I believe the consistency of our sponsor shows reflect the value of our show in the face of our detractors who try to make everything we do something negative through their false and venomous propaganda. Much love, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me. It's STOUNDEFFECT. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.